News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Hepatitis A at a local restaurant. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. Congratulations. You made it. It's Friday, September 16th, 2016. Right now, the sky is mostly clear. We have 45 degrees in Missoula. Our newscast this morning sponsored by Western States Cat, where professionals and do-it-yourselfers alike go for professional advice, friendly service, and exceptional quality. And they say go Grizz. Our top story this morning. An employee of Missoula's Good Food Store was recently diagnosed with a highly contagious liver infection. According to a Good Food Store Communications Director Lane Ralston, the employee helped make some of the food that was served at the salad bar.
We actually have had a staff member identified by the health department as being diagnosed with hepatitis A. They were excluded from work for much of the time, most of the time that they had symptoms. There was the possibility of exposure to the virus for our other members of the staff and for customers who ate at the self-serve salad bar.
Missoula City County Public Health Department spokesperson Cindy Farr explains the possible exposure dates for hepatitis A at the Good Food Store and some of the associated symptoms.
Anyone who ate at the self-serve salad bar at the Good Food Store between August 15th and September 13th should be alert for symptoms of hepatitis A, and those symptoms include fever, fatigue, loss of appetite, nausea, vomiting, dark-colored urine, clay-colored bowel movements, joint pain, abdominal cramping, and jaundice, which is yellowing of the skin or eyes.
There is a vaccine for hepatitis A, and it'll still work for those who came into contact with the virus recently. Farr says those who ate at the salad bar between September 2nd and September 13th and are not currently showing any symptoms should get the vaccination, and that there's currently vaccine available at the Missoula County Health Department. A 27-year-old woman who was reportedly taken at gunpoint near Billings has been found safe, but the man suspected of abducting her is still at large and is considered armed and dangerous. Officials say Donna Lynn Russell was found safe last night, but they're still looking for 26-year-old Derek Bigman. The abduction occurred yesterday afternoon. No other details were released. Anybody with information asked to call the Billings Police Department. 47-year-old Eric Nugent stood before Judge Marie Anderson yesterday, charged with serious crimes against children involving sex and drugs. According to court documents, Nugent committed numerous sexual acts with minor children and exposed them to methamphetamine and other drugs over a period of several years. Deputy Missoula County Attorney Brittany Santorno has more.
It is alleged that he's been feeding methamphetamine and ecstasy to underage females for years in order to have sex with them. This is an ongoing pattern of behavior. His victims range between 12 years old and 17 years old.
Santorno said the defendant should be held on $150,000 bail.
The defendant has admitted this information to several witnesses, and many victims have confirmed. It's pretty evident that this is a heinous crime spanning over several years. For that reason, we'd request that bail amount and no contact with any minors.
The formal charges are all felonies. It includes sexual assault, sexual abuse of children, sexual intercourse without consent, endangering the welfare of a child, and possession of material. All told, the maximum penalties add up to over 400 years in prison. A Montana Legislative Committee says American Indian tribes should be allowed to hunt bison inside Yellowstone National Park. Supporters say such hunts would better control herds of the animals that migrate into Montana during the winter. The Environmental Quality Council issued a letter yesterday to Yellowstone Superintendent Dan Wink, asking him to honor hunting requests from tribes. Democrats on the council objected, saying no tribes have asked to hunt inside the park. Several tribes with long-standing treaty rights hold annual bison hunts just outside Yellowstone's boundary. Many Yellowstone bison carry a disease that can be harmful to livestock. However, no bison-to-cattle transmissions of the disease brucellosis have ever been recorded. Yellowstone rejected prior requests from Governor Brian Schweitzer to allow public hunting inside the park. One Montana Insurance Commissioner, Monica Lindeen, first learned that Blue Cross Blue Shield wanted to increase health insurance rates for those buying individual plans on the Affordable Care Act's marketplace by an average of 65%. She said she was, quote, shocked, end quote. After public hearings and a rate review, BCBS dropped their rate request down to 58.4%, which Lindeen still says is unreasonable. However, she can't show the public what she found just yet.
We asked Blue Cross if we could make those findings public, and they said no, because under Montana law they get 30 days to respond to my findings. 30 days will be on Monday, and on Monday I can release the details of my findings, which will let people know how much I thought that they should have lowered those rates.
Lundeen said it was, quote, a very unusual year, end quote, and while Blue Cross Blue Shield was asked to lower their rate, others were asked to actually increase theirs.
The other two providers, the Montana Health Co-op and Pacific Source, we actually found their rates to be too low, the ones that they filed originally. And so we went to both of the companies and we said, we think that your original filing will not allow you to be able to cover your insured's claims, and we think that in both cases we felt they needed to raise their rates.
Although the public will soon get to see Lundeen's rate review, she says there's nothing more her office can do to counteract rate increases until the state legislature gives her office the power to do so. These will be the final rates for 2017. A newly released study revealed what everyone already knows, that Grizzly Sports brings millions of dollars into the Missoula economy. The University of Montana Bureau of Business and Economic Research sharpened their pencils and got to work on a study to quantify the economic effects of Grizzly Sports and came up with some eye-popping numbers. Director Patrick Barkey said they're huge.
Basketball and ladies basketball and football, total spending of about $30 million. You're talking about a fairly sizable operation, which is upwards higher than $22 million of revenue.
Barkey said the best way to appreciate the impact of Grizzly Sports to Missoula is to imagine the community's economy without it.
The economy without athletics has over 1,300 fewer jobs. It has $120 million less in sales that are realized by Missoula area businesses. It has income to Missoula residents and households, almost $53 million per year less.
Barkey says residents shouldn't be surprised that such a successful athletic program translates into a sizable benefit for the entire economy of Missoula. Our News Talk time is 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Plenty of sunshine today with our highs in the upper 70s, close to the 80-degree mark. Mostly clear tonight, lows in the mid-40s. Mostly sunny on Saturday and breezy with a chance of showers Saturday night. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.